The Voynich manuscript. For 600 years, the Voynich manuscript has stumped scholars, cryptographers, physicists, and computer scientists. That is, pretty much everybody. The Voynich manuscript is a 240-page medieval codex written in an indecipherable language full of bizarre drawings of strange plants, astrological symbols, and lots of naked women. The manuscript defies classification and has also defied comprehension. Everybody's taken a shot decoding it. FBI operatives, respected medievalists, mathematic and scientific scholars, skilled linguists. But they've all been left baffled. Even Alan Turing took a crack at it, and he came up short too. The book is written in an unknown language. No one has been able to decode its crumbling pages, dating back to the 15th century. The book is filled with whimsical illustrations of nude women in bathtubs, bathtubs with windows, bathtubs shaped like ovaries, bathtubs oozing green liquid, bathtubs everywhere. The book is also filled with drawings of star-shaped flowers and wild green vines. The mysterious book has been divided into sections by historians: herbal, astrological, pharmacological, and biological. The herbal section is full of elaborate drawings of unrecognised plants. They are twisted and spiky with dripping leaves and wide petals. One drawing depicts some kind of reptilian sea creature that looks like a cross between a dragon and a seahorse, and it's chewing on one of the leaves. The astrological section pages fold out into massive charts of the night sky, with complicated constellations intertwined with doodles of naked women, holding stars and emerging from tubes. Some say the astrological part is the book's most translatable section. It features constellations like Pisces, Taurus, and Sagittarius, but they're a little bit off. The biological section is by far the most bizarre. There are naked women floating, swimming, drowning, and resting in all kinds of baths. And the baths are cake-shaped, or holes in the ground, or winding river-like pipes. And there are baths shaped like a woman's reproductive system. This section is the most famous in the manuscript, and it's easy to see why people have wondered for centuries why the author was so fascinated with women in bathtubs. The last section, the pharmacological section, is almost all text written in Voynichese. This text is written from left to right. It's never been officially deciphered, but there's definitely a structure to it. Researchers have concluded that the language has 20 to 25 distinct letters, but nobody's been able to figure out how the letters fit together. According to crypto-analyst Elizabeth Friedman in 1962, anyone who attempts to translate will be doomed to utter frustration. The theories about the Voynich manuscript are all over the place. Some think the book was written by philosophers in a secret code only they can understand. Some say aliens. The ancient manuscripts depict star charts that are unknown to us. After hundreds of years of failed attempts to translate it, no theory is really off the table. At least 60 Voynich solutions have been published so far, but all of them have been debunked. While the language of the Voynich manuscript remains unknown, the book's history is slightly less mysterious. although there's still a few hundred years not accounted for. Historians at the University of Arizona have carbon dated the book to the 15th century, around 1404 to 1438, because of the style of the illustrations, the type of pigments and paints used, and the casque skin that the text was written. These all indicate that it's probably originated in northern Italy. The Voynich first appears in the historical record in the late 16th century, when Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II purchased the book. His signature is visible on the first page of the text. It then passed into the hands of George Beresque, an alchemist from Prague, who referred to the book as a certain riddle of the Sphinx that was usefully taking up space. When Beresque's heir inherited the manuscript, he sent it to an Egyptian hieroglyphics expert in Rome for help decoding the text. He failed in this task. The manuscript then disappeared for 250 years, finally resurfacing when it was purchased by a Polish book dealer, Wilfrid Voynich, in 1912. Voynich dedicated his life to deciphering it, and eventually the book was named after him. Some people believe that Voynich himself wrote the manuscript, hoping to sell the medieval mystery for a lot of money, but carbon dating has proved this theory impossible. The book was eventually donated to Yale's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where it remains today.